Perfect. As in a shorter backswing, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, still good acceleration. Yeah, good. And a touch to your left. Good. Brilliant. Beautiful. Brilliant. Go a little. Okay, so if we have a look here, tee shot on 11. It was quite a good one. There's a couple actually, I think 3 times overall in the round. You actually drives like you've not hit before, so you ended up hitting it into fairway bunkers that you couldn't reach before. So that's really cool. Anyway, obviously a lot better. Okay, no standing up. The height control is better. Okay. Little bit of cross, obviously. We need a bit shorter than that. And then the body work through the ball is where it's also good, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that rotation. Absolutely beautiful rotation. And obviously this one we did get the club face square. Okay, so a little bit late. You can see a little bit of late work there with the club face, but we got it square. And that's the difference. Okay, so now what I was talking to you about and for the consistency, okay, is really to match the angle on the backswing. Okay, so if that is our posture, then we want that to be our shoulder plane. Okay, so you'll see how flat your shoulders are here. Okay, can you see that? You can see it there already. Okay, so the shoulders of the body turns on too flat of an angle. It needs to turn on a more tilted angle. And now watch on the downswing, you kind of get that angle back. There, see how you match that angle on the red line. So that's why it was such a good shot, but obviously you don't always get it back, and that's kind of the inconsistency we're talking about. Okay. Okay, here's a nice iron shot on 15. Hit this one nicely on the green, actually. Really good setup. Setup's looking nice, much better. Slightly flat shoulder rotation just there. Club is good though. So the height control much better. And obviously the rotation through the ball and the squaring of the face is really good. Well done. Very nice. Okay. Thanks for the round. Obviously, huge improvements there with the ball striking. Um, I hear what you're saying. The scores are not showing yet, but it is very early days, so don't worry. I'll play a much better game. It looks different. Obviously, the feel, the strike, and the flight very, very different. Um, from last week, we're starting to get an idea of those distances. Okay, it is much better. Now, obviously, the more we pick the right club, that is going to translate into better scores. That's number one. Okay. And then number two, our alignment. Okay, obviously with this new idea, new swing, whatever, it's now very important that we aim correctly. So we've got to be able to aim on our target line and still allow ourselves to make that rotation and not fear that the ball's going to go left. Right? Obviously every now and then it's going to go a little bit left, but as a general idea. Okay, obviously how you're swinging before, okay, you tend to aim very, very far right. Okay, and then try to sort of auto-correct it on the way down. So we've got to learn and really practice how to aim correctly and start trusting that aim. And we might need to just look at our routine a little bit in terms of, really getting the grip right, lining the face up, lining the body up, okay, and then switching to our swing thoughts from there. All right. Now on top of that, in terms of the scores, a lot of the time you're on or around the green in regulation, and then the short game really lets you down, and we are going to touch on that as well. So just quickly, also, sorry, I just wanted to say the putting, okay, wow, so much better. Obviously now we're starting to aim better, release and strike the putts better. Okay, and I think maybe the front nine you were more focused on that rather than the actual speed. And then once I had a chat with you after 9 holes, you translated that better technique and alignment into actual touch as well, and your two putting and your lag putting was really great on the back nine. So well done for that. Right, so from the videos there, what I was trying to say to you about the backswing is obviously it's gotten better. Okay, there's still one or two where we do stand up or we do get a little bit across the line. Okay, but don't worry about that. The downswing rotation, okay, absolutely awesome. You're really getting that. Okay, so what we have to work on, okay, is that angle of rotation on the backswing, right? So we can't start here, okay, start turning and then flatten out the shoulders like that. Now, obviously, that is going to change your swing, okay, and it's going to be very hard to consistently get back onto the right track. Okay, so we just got to learn how to finish the backswing in that height, okay, but on that angle, on that tilt, on that shoulder plane, it's all the same thing. Okay, it just can't be here. So none of this. Okay, and we've got to do that. Okay, it's to do with the tilt, where you set up, angle, distance from the ball, but also you can see you've got it on the downswing. What we worked on, you got it. The downswing's there. Okay, not quite as tilted as that, but you get what I'm saying. Alright, so we've just got to work really, really hard on that posture or angle of rotation or shoulder plane on the backswing, all the same thing. Okay, and then lastly, short game. Okay, quite simple. Alright, basically we've got to learn what is a chip shot and what is a pitch shot. Okay, so a chip shot is much shorter, okay, much more controlled backswing, middle stance, handle and weight forward. Okay, whereas a pitch shot's a bit more 50-50, okay, a little more wrist work, a little bit more release. Okay, now, obviously both of them, you always have to bounce the club. Right, but one of the big problems you have is you have like a 15-meter shot, okay, which really means it's like a 8-meter shot and then 7 meters of roll, okay, and you take the club back over here. Okay, now you're forcing yourself to decelerate. Now obviously if you decelerate, you're either going to miss it the golf ball or you're not going to be able to control your distance anyway. Okay, so you've got to learn that shorter one and probably one in between as well, a pitch. We can't just stand next to the green and take full swings all the time. Okay, it doesn't work. Right, so what is a chip? What is a pitch? Always bounce the club. Okay, you can play a chip and a pitch with the same club, that's fine. Okay, but it has to have a different technique, a different setup, and a different length of backswing. Okay, that's critical, critical, critical. Start putting that together and you're going to see your scores plummeting.